And then here's the link for announcements. I'll put that one in the other Discord too when the time comes. So we should be in good shape. So we got porn start. Let's download this. Download seed. Paste. Right. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. We got two bosses. We have the sealed cave that we hate, and we got the queen. We got the queen, and then so two key item. Well, one of them's technically a freebie, but that's a hard freaking freebie. And then one key item and one character check. I like that. That's a good mix. I'm stuffed up today. Oh, all right. So I should be good whenever you want to grab it, and I'm live. So just you let me know when you get ready, and I will proc the link for us. Let's see if we can come up. What's a good naming convention? Oh, that fits.
All right, I hit the button.
All right, let's get the links in there already. Let's see if I think I copied it. God dang it. All right. Alright, that's got the link spread around to all the relevant places. Should be good to hear. Let me get Emo Tracker up and we should be good to go. Give me just a second and I'll get finished up with these characters. I just need one for the mops. Who else? I gotta think of an order here. Dang it. I can never do characters without looking up. Like, I did all of these just off the top of my head. And then, like, the one character, I can't remember his freaking name. Billings, yeah. So that would be Steve. All right, I'm good to go. It's got all my characters. That one, Dan, is probably the biggest pull I've ever done on one. I'm almost finished. I'm trying to. I've got like 2 episodes left. I'm almost done with the Shield because I watched it. I watched it back in the day when it was new and never got to finish it. And it's. I got halfway through it before, and whatever streaming when it was on, it went off on it. So I've been like, this time I'm gonna freaking finish this show.
The DVDs have to be super cheap on eBay.
I just never even looked. You know, like it's just, it's on there. I'm gonna get it finished. I got 2 episodes left, so this is all characters from the Shield. What was that?
Oh, sorry, I was blowing my nose.
Oh. It actually sounded more like you were putting whipped cream in something.
It was a very watery snot.
Gotcha.
No, it's been really shitty here, like the past week, and I mean, I went out today, and I suppose I was out yesterday too, but no, I just was really stuffed up this afternoon, and
oh, I've been that way for a while, but the thing with here is at this point, the pollen is more or less going away.
The pollen is let up here. Of course, now what we got is some of the pine is starting to fall. It's like, oh, I had so much sap on my car on Saturday.
I can believe that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm due to put a fresh coat of topper on it, but I mean, it sucks because the only real good way to get sap off of your car is to use alcohol.
Yeah.
Because alcohol will, I mean, it just comes right off with alcohol, but alcohol will take off whatever you've got on top of it.
Right.
So I mean, normally if you just, use the spray topper that I like to use needs the car to be wet. So like, it's like a lot of spray waxes and stuff, you don't use them on a dry surface. So I only do it after I go to the car wash.
No, that makes sense. I was like, yeah,
but,
any coating you've got under it, the alcohols, yeah, it's gonna remove all of that too. So you got to kind of start over.
But yeah, it's just so. But with the ceramic though, the nice thing about it is you just dab the sap with you just put some of that alcohol on a on a microfiber cloth. You just dab at the sap, and then it just comes right off. Like it just, which is good. It means it doesn't actually clear, but after that you gotta, I mean, if you wipe it down with some detailer spray, that's usually enough to get you through until like the weekend or whatever, when you can go and wash the car and then spray it down with a little bit of spray wax or topper to get your boost back up. But,
yeah,
man, it just fucking sucks when you see, like, because bugs, you can deal with bugs. It's like, the bug and tar remover usually doesn't take the coating off, but anytime you got to go for alcohol or Iron X or whatever, that's when it really just. Oh. But hey, you know what? At least recently the birds have had the decency to poop on the windshield.
That's always better, right?
Not on the paint.
Yeah, that is always an omnipresent. The thing with the bird, especially since I got 2 Bradford pears on either side. I've got 2 Bradford pears on either side of my driveway, so I'll get birds in them all the time. Sir, now the phone went off. There's like 30,000 notifications for things, because people keep adding different things on Discords, and I'm like, quit hitting at everyone on all of these. Like, I'm trying to get all this stuff done. I'm trying to get all this out of the way because it drives me crazy when I see, like, I get OCD. Like, when I got, like, a red 1 or something sitting there, I got to get that out of the way.
You gotta clear it out.
I hate it. It's like, I know it's nothing, but I got to do it. Like, I can't leave text messages in my queue on the phone. Like, I've got to at least hit them and get them out of the way. Like, it's stupid, but yeah, it's one of those neuroses. I'm like, nope, I want it clean. I don't want anything on it. I want a clean topper on the phone where I've got everything taken care of, and that's the way it goes. Yeah, see, we don't SAP for most places isn't that big a deal here. Like, obviously we're known for Southern Pine, so there is a good bit of evergreen here too.
Yeah, but if you don't have a pine tree on your driveway,
and that's what
really something you have to worry about.
And that's what I was saying. Most people don't have them. In most residential places don't have pine. Like, your pine trees your pine and your evergreens are mostly like in the wooded areas. Like, unless you live like out in the woods, you don't usually run into that problem as much. They're just not very common in people's yards. The
other thing that sucks about the sap is that the sap is clear. So, like, you're like, oh, is that water or is it water or is it sap? And you're like, oh, fuck, it's sap.
Yeah. Yeah, ours is more the pollen turning the black truck yellow. We had that turns my red car orange.
Mm-hmm. But fortunately, it's like right now, pollen is less of a problem right now. Now we're into at least where I am, pine needles, and then we'll get to the fall, and then we'll have the leaves. But
yeah, our problem is the humidity. Is like, at this point of the year, it's so freaking humid. You end up being stuffed up all the time just because it's like being in a constant humidifier.
That's what it's been here for the past few days. That's why I'm so sniffly right now. It's just brutal.
Because it's 83 outside right now at 7:23 at night. So. And that's about normal. It'll probably at the tail end of the night get down to like 78, something like that, and it'll be in the 80s by the time I go to work in the morning. So this is apparently so we've had a really mild summer, but this is apparently like a really hot July so far, even though I hadn't noticed because normally it's this temperature. It's normally this temperature. I mean, hell, I remember July's. We had one June where we had 30 straight days over 100 degrees a few years ago, and the only thing that made that bearable is it because it got up to like 110 at one point, but it did like where Destel's at, so the humidity bottomed out. So like it was 110, but it was only like 20% humidity, and it's the only time I've ever seen it do that. But it was, which I guess that's more dangerous because you're not sweating, so you think you're not that hot.
Okay,
yeah, you think you're okay, but you're not. Yeah, and we're not used to that, so. But, you get the heat advisories and everything else, and it rains at least once. It rains at least 4 out of the 7 days of the week. For at least at some point of the day, it's going to rain. You just accept that. Don't ever do it for long. It's like, because we actually get more average rainfall than both Seattle and Ireland does, and that's crazy to think about it, but we do. We get almost 60 inches a year, and they both get in the 50s.
Today it was so bad. Like, I was coming back from Cambridge today. I was on 93. Mm-hmm. There was one point it was raining so hard that even on maximum wipers, like I slowed down to like 45 on 93 because it was just coming down that bad.
Yep. Yeah, we get that.
It was today was. I mean, we've had some bad rain. I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen about the flooding and stuff that's been going up in Vermont. But we had some tornado warnings today too.
Yeah, I
saw
it.
I didn't see anything touch down around where I was, but there was reports of stuff going on today.
I mean, does that happen up there, or is it just the tornadoes really rare?
No, I mean, tornadoes happen. They're just they're not all the time, but when they do happen, they happen. I remember we had the really bad one in Springfield. That was almost, God, that's got to be about 15 years ago now, I think. But even before that, like every couple of years, you can in certain areas you can definitely get a tornado warning. But usually we're more concerned about hurricane type winds, which are different than tornado type winds. But it does happen every now and then.
So we don't really ever worry too much about the hurricanes. When one does hit us, it's usually down to like a low grade tropical storm by the time it goes over us. So like Florida, on the other hand, obviously a whole different ball game there. Yeah, you have a weird thing. So like 90%, I'm never sure how often they occur other places because there's this weird oddity that if you draw a line from Oklahoma to Georgia, to the coast in Georgia, that corridor, that particular parallel, 90% of the world's tornado activity happens in that corridor.
That's why it's called Tornado Alley.
Yeah. But literally 90% of the tornadoes that happen a year in the world are in that little area, that one geographic parallel. And we're just, smack dab in the middle of it. So they're just way of life here, though you really only worry about them in the, winter, like winter, early spring. So like February through April's tornado season, and then it's usually not that big a deal after that.
Usually ours happen, if we do get them, it's usually around this time of the year until September.
Yeah, and see, I've never heard of one in the summer. Like we get some bad storms, but they're usually just really strong thunderstorms that blow in and out really, really quickly. You know what I mean? Like our summer storms are like desert storms. They're real intense, but they last like 10 minutes.
Yeah, stuff here can linger.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, you about ready to get started?
Yeah, let's get rolling. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Night Let's Racing Time. We're ready for a little bit of Final Fantasy. I'm your host, Kef K. Floyd, bringing to you some Pakagis and Kotages. No, but tonight I've got... the delicious taste of Worcester's Own Polar Seltzer. We've got blueberry lemon. I'm also polishing off the last of the bottle of Cool Swan Irish Cream Liqueur. That's it for that bottle. And we've got to start working on that Buffalo Trace, which I think I still probably have 3/4 of the bottle left of it.
I'd like to get one of them. I haven't. That's like I said, those are as allocated as everything else, so it's not the easiest thing to get a hold of here. Yeah, though I could drive out of state and it probably wouldn't be a problem.
When I go to my buddies, we're having a big cookout in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
My brother has been recommending me this Vermont maple cream that he's been getting lately, that the distribution for it is starting to work its way out here. So I believe I can probably pick some up either here or in New Hampshire, because he's up in New Hampshire. So we will see what we can find.
Yeah,
joining me,
as
you heard on the right-hand side of the screen, is the man who shouldn't play. Molly Hatches says shouldn't play this game too long. He's the whiskey man, Mr. Bob the Elder.
Thank you, Dan. I'm indeed your favorite whiskey drinking Southern friend, Bob the Elder. I'm an accent. I got Chunks of the dog here in her normal spot. I got my unsweet tea as a palate cleanser. And allegedly, I might have drank a little too much last night. Possibly there's a situation where it is, so I don't feel like it tonight. So I just have a Bob's Island iced tea.
Bob, that reminds me that I really lost the opportunity when you were on your hiatus to use Bob ain't quite fun since he quit drinking.
Oh, that would have been a good one, yeah.
That would have been. I literally, because it came up on my shuffle. When I was out driving yesterday, I'm like, it's like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, they did. My buddies at the restaurant did a outdoor concert last night. So like, I took I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be the smart one on it. I took everybody else was kind of tied up, but I wanted to go out, so because I knew I'd have a bunch of people there. So I took a lift. I got a lift and there and back. And dude was really cool. Dude was really awesome. So. Like he arranged it to come back, so I just did that way I could relax and do what I want, and I might have had a little bit of fun. I feel fine. I didn't have a hangover or anything next morning, but when you done that, you're like, well, that's enough drinking for a little while. Like your stomach's just at that point like, yeah, I don't need to do that. So, but yeah, the only difference with this one is I put in half an ounce of that agave syrup I made, which gives it kind of an odd kick. So otherwise, it's just honey syrup, simple syrup, lemon juice, lime juice with the unsweet tea. I am going to put a splash of bourbon in this at some point. I just hadn't got around to doing it. One of these nights we'll try it, but this one's a good palate cleanser when I want something else and that's not alcoholic. So.
Well, let's get to it. We're running Crystal Percent tonight. We got 5 objectives. And you know, just remember that tonight we also mixed it up a bit by having the characters start off with minimal equipment. So it means we'll have to, whoever decides to do enough treasure hunting will make a difference. So, got a Porum start here. Get your A buttons ready. I'll count us down with 3, 2, 1, go, and we'll be off.
All right.
Counting down in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Who is joining Porum tonight? Ah, Rosa, double white mage.
Yeah, all white mages.
Oh, Earth Crystal.
Okay. That's an interesting one to start with. And a ninja. All right, well, we got a little bit of armor. Oops. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, the random starting packs are proving to be an interesting change to it. A ninja hat off the start will at least make one of them survival. Like that's gonna be Rosa because she can actually do some physical damage.
Right, but remember, Porum is the agility anchor.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I can always put one on her later.
And a grimoire, that's gonna be handy.
Oh, that could get us through a fight, yeah. Well, or it could not. It could summon Chocobo. You know, you never know. Alright, she's got a power staff to start with. Rosa's... Oh, Archer, that's not terrible. Mute arrows.
Actually, yeah, Rosa's not too bad.
We might actually can make some progress with this.
Wizard hat?
Yep, that'll go on her. And we got a Yang up there, so at least we got one physical fighter. Ooh, okay. So elixirs and cabins are in the item shop. At least that's easy to get back to. All right, move Rosa's mom. I always think there's 3 items in there, but there's only 2. Yeah, here, let's put that on you. Even though she doesn't get... Rosa gets her spells a lot faster. Well... Yeah, now she outstrips Porum in every category when it comes to that, other than the Porum's got an exit cap, you know, a cast of exit, which is a big deal. Yeah. That is Rosa's one downside. Mute arrows actually do some damage. They're not the stone ones. Oh, and it's
Wonder Woman Rosa.
Oh, it is. It's your favorite. Mm-hmm. We got Linda Carter Rosa. Seriously.
I mean, we're getting... Ranger Rosa is probably going to be doing some work in this season.
Yeah, Porum's doing okay with that power staff. She's bonking shit with that power staff at the moment. I don't want to use all those arrows up. Wish I had a casting of Berserk. That would go a long way.
If you use it as an item,
is that what it
power
does?
Staff does.
Oh, it casts Berserk? I didn't know that. I might make this a little faster. No, it didn't do it. I used it on Porum. It didn't hit.
Huh.
Oh well, lesson learned. And they
Yeah,
sure run deep.
Strength. Oh, inflicts berserk.
Oh, okay. So it can
So I suppose you could bonk somebody and make them berserk.
Yeah, but it's random. And he might actually kill either of them with it. At this point, it's not worth it. I'm almost out of it. I just drew the damn gauntlet, which is always annoying as hell. Unless you have area effect casters. But I'll fight it to get the levels. I guess I probably should just reset on this one. Oh, at this point I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. There's only one of the fights left. Now I'm gonna have to use arrows. Weirdly enough, the gauntlet can actually be super annoying if it rolls in the wrong spot.
Oh yeah.
Like, say, those couple seeds we had in a row where it rolled in the crystal altar.
Hey, GBA boy.
That's Drix.
Oh.
Pretty sure it's Drix. He's got like 3 different handles. I apologize if you're not Drix. No, GBA boy might be something else. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Drix was E-boy and this other one. I think he's French horn dude now. Yep, GBA boy's different. Yep, sorry about that, man. Drix has had like 3 names that are almost identical to yours, and I can't remember which ones are which on it. That's my bad. That is one thing I have never changed. I have been Bob the Elder basically since the internet existed.
Yeah, I've had the same handle for 25 years.
Mm-hmm. I wanted one nobody else was gonna get because I got tired of like every time I'd try to make a name, somebody would have already taken it. And I didn't want 15 numbers in it, so I went with Bob the Elder. And I've never, other than for some reason, somebody had regular Bob the Elder on Gmail, so it made me do 7. Every other one I've done has been anything I've ever used Bob the Elder for. I've been the sole owner of Bob the Elder. Snarks every video, yeah. Yeah, I remember you. I just got the name confused. I'm treasure hunting, but I'm not sure that that's the wisest course of action. I just know, like, I can get through some fights, but my general damage output's gonna be pretty low for right now. And I'm mainly hoping I can get some stuff to sell, so, in case I get some, for when we run out of arrows.
Oops.
So far, this start's been mildly Siegfrieded. Like, not overly Siegfrieded, but it could be a little less Siegfried. All right. Right. Yeah, we got we have an odd amount of third shift people on this one. Me and Dan are both first shift guys, but like the We seem to attract a lot of third shift people, and then like even when they're not, they're like Raz, who even when he has to work during the day, he's still a third shift person because he stays up till like 5 or 6 in the morning every morning. I can't do that. That's just, it's not. I've had to work thirds, and it just does not do well with me. That's not what my circadian rhythm is. I never thought I'd actually like getting up early as much as I do, but I like my shift so much better that it's, you know, it's worth it getting up 4:45 in the morning. Plus, I get to sleep in on the weekend, so it's not like it's a big deal. But we're glad to have you, GBA boy. I think the riggers that do, I believe me and Dan are the only first shifters. Everybody else is some version of second or third.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So much Siegfried.
Mm-hmm. I still say it's about mildly Siegfrieded. I've had worse Siegfried seeds. I can somewhat make my own schedule to a certain extent. Like, you know, if I have to move around or trade a thing or whatever, but like my position has like we each have 3 different schedules. Like there's 3 of us in my exact position. I come in at one time. It's staggered a little bit, and like we all agreed to it. Like we used to rotate shifts, but everybody likes the one they're on permanently. So like my schedule is a permanent schedule, and even the people that aren't like me that have like certain things that have to be done every day, you know, by certain times, like they still have a schedule they work. They just are not as beholden to it as I am. And we run a technician crew, so we have to have coverage for them to have somebody on hand for them. So that's really the only that and certain help, having to do help desk duties. That's the only real thing that keeps me at a certain time. But it's a tremendous amount of flexibility other than that. Just, it's one of them where you just don't want to push the envelope too far, or you don't want to rock the boat.
Sure.
Like, you got a lot of flexibility, just don't abuse the privilege. Yeah, I could see that. My dad did a schedule like that for years, and it had its upsides and its downsides, I'll put it to you that way. I mean, it's better when I worked retail and it was just what the fuck ever. You might work, well, they just threw the mop at us, didn't they? So we don't have any attacks for us yet. Okay, but he's so strong, even his low-level Ice 1 hits Rubicante for 913. Well, that got
also, Rubicante is weak to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, even his low level. That was some decent spells. I need to make sure he's in the background. His name's Steve on mine. Like it says Steve Lunar, so now my brain reads that he's Steve the mop is Steve the Lunarian.
It's not different at all, is it, Steve?
Steve the Lunarian. I decide what I'm going to watch next as the main show, though. Once I get the Shield out of the way, I'll probably finish it tomorrow while I'm eating dinner. Because, like I said, it's only like 2 episodes left, so I'm almost done with it. I noticed Netflix had the 2nd season of that of the Lincoln Lawyer show on, and I really liked the 1st season, so I may watch the 2nd one. Yeah, I had a weird thing with that show because, like, when they cast it, I thought I didn't know anything about. I'd only seen the movie and didn't know anything about the actual character from the books. So, like, the guy's name's Mickey Haller. You know, he's Irish. His dad was like literally an Irish immigrant, but he's in the show. You know, the guy that playing him's Cuban. He's very, very clearly Cuban, and come to find out, the actual character that's what he's supposed to be. He's his dad was Irish and his mom was Mexican. So he says, you know, I've got an Irish name, but he looks a lot more like he's south of the border.
Well, it's like Miguel O'Hara in Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the same exact situation. So I was like, okay, that was fine. I just had never read any of the books, so I didn't know that. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. Well, Brick Road gets you some good FF4 one. Brick Road's always done some of my favorite FF4. Like that's how I got to know who he was, is from the old screenshot LP on Talking Time back in the day. Liquid hot magma.
That was anticlimactic.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a very interesting progression seed so far. Gaia. Yeah, don't need any of that. No, I haven't checked the shelves. Normally do, but I ran straight there. I forgot. Okay, yeah, well, so what does a carrot do? Oh,
summons the big Chicago.
Somehow ended up with 2 charm bows.
Well, one came in the kit.
Oh, or charm, charm harp, whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. Switch those mute arrows for charm. She's got anything yeah, nobody else got anything to equip on their arms. The mop has a decent, albeit slow attack spell, so we're gonna go with that. Alright, there's sirens. Oh, I forget he doesn't start with any damn equipment. I'm so used to him. Well, I'm glad I bought that now. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that power staff on her for the time being. This is throwing me for a loop, Dan. I'm not used to this. I keep trying to make that one. Yep. Oh, I'm notorious for not checking shops. It is a little bit of a strategy, though. It's like it's helped me out a couple times, and it's bitten me in the butt a couple times. It's you spend a lot of time checking shops. Like, it takes a lot of time when you check them. So, like, if you've got good equipment and you don't really need to do it, you can save yourself a lot of time on that one. All right, come on, Mop. I think this will kill it. Yep. Hey, what was shit? What enemy was the Fabul Gauntlet? What boss was that?
You mean the vanilla Fabul?
Yeah, vanilla Fabul. What was the Fabul?
Dark Elf.
Okay, I forgot to mark that one. I knew I forgot to mark one, and I couldn't. Not only did I forget to mark it, I couldn't remember what it was. It was the Dick Elf. All right, let's see. Here. Let's actually do this. This is definitely throwing my routing off. We have orange creamsicle mop. Okay, got lucky there. Oh, let's see what fresh ale we have on the other one. Nice. Ooh, I don't know if I can kill her if I do that. I just now realized. Seriously? I will never understand the flagging on this. Like, why a boss doesn't... Okay. Like, to me, this boss I'm fighting should be flagged as a mage. Like, this should be a mage boss, and charm arrows should hurt her. But it's not.
Charm arrows don't hurt mages. Mute arrows hurt mages.
Then why does charm hurt every other charm hurt mages?
Well, no, charm hurts giants.
No, it also hurts mages. It hurts giants and it hurts mages. Rosa didn't survive. Oh, I don't get any experience for that fight anyway. I just had to brute force it. It was the only way to beat it. That's a not. I'd rather a key item, but I can handle that. All right. So if you don't check the shops, it's not a bad one. If you don't check the shops, the thing is it's risk reward. So you potentially save a lot of time. You check just enough, particularly if you find sirens and find the other things that you need. You gamble that you won't need the shops later on in the cycle is what you're doing. So you're gambling on that you're not going to need them later. And so potentially you could save a lot of time up front and time on the back end. But if you end up having to go shop hunt, you lose a lot of time on the back end. You know, and then there's certain things you don't like. It's definitely a gamble. It's just you're gambling that you're going to find enough equipment that I'm not going to have to go through a shop and look for stuff. That's the whole gist of it, the full if and extent. I'm not sure I like letting Dan talk me into playing this with no starting equipment.
I'm doing okay.
Every time I get a character, I don't have anything, and I don't have anything to give said character, and I don't like that. Okay, there's silk webs. That'll be good to remember. And as far as like now, checking item shops when you're there, that is something absolutely, you know, like once I got the 2 or 3 items, like say that I might potentially need, say Bacchus wines, sirens, silk webs, that kind of thing. Once I know cabins, you know, once I know where all those things are, then there's no reason to keep checking, you know, keep checking them after that. But the way we like to play, you know, we like to have Avangard. We like to have characters use the Avangard, and so you kind of gamble you'll find an Avangard and not have to buy one. But if all I need is an Avangard, then at the very end, I can just really quickly run and check, you know, and check whatever shops that I need to check.
See, I check shops and I write down things that I think that are important in the shop so I don't forget.
I can't. I know we've had the discussion. I can't do it. Like I can't. It's not feasible for me to try to write stuff down while I'm in the middle of playing. Destil does it during cutscenes. Destil tries to remember it and write stuff down during cutscenes, which is admittedly pretty smart. Yeah, but if Dan, so what she probably is, so the mute probably would have hit her. Like, you know, if Dan's right on that, then Charm does. But this game's so weird on what racial weaknesses will hit what. Like, it's just like, I mean, I love the game, but it is, yeah, it's. I know for a fact there's enemies flagged as certain things that certain racial weaknesses don't hurt them, even though they're flagged as the thing that it should hurt them.
There's the possibility that you're wrong, Bob.
No, I'm talking about in this case there are, because it's notorious. This game's notorious about that. Like it doesn't, because it's something to do with like primary and secondary flagging on it, and oh come on, just cast it. Bouncing 9s. The only time that's gonna happen early on. Really? That's interesting. That was absolutely in no way what the item I expected to get right there. Alright, I'm gambling here.
You're a rambling, gambling man.
I am a rambling, gambling, stumbling, bumbling. Yeah, and I think as far as Ricky's complaint on the thing, honestly, like, I think part of the problem. Oh, this is probably not. I think part of the problem is more that the game's just old and the code in it's so complicated. That stuff should work, that, you know, there's things that should work that don't work, and, you know, so forth and so on.
But yeah, if you're fighting Azura, you use the mute arrows. Those will definitely hurt her.
I just magicked her to death.
Yeah, 1 lit 3 did the job.
It took me 2, but yeah. I'm sitting here destling this fight, and that's probably a mistake.
Youch. Seafood soup.
Mm-hmm. Seriously?
Youch.
What the fuck? Alright, yeah, that's a reset. I can't. I'm not going to be able to win that fight. Which fucking sucks, too. Because I need to... Now I don't know what the fuck to do. So this is going to cost me some significant time, but that was just a shit boss to roll in that spot. This is going to be a big time waster. I don't think all the I think the game is old, and even with the fixes on is buggy because of what it is, and I don't think all the stuff works on it the way it's supposed to work. And that just as is super common in these older games. And that's fine. I love it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But yeah, that fight can be almost unwinnable if it rolls in the wrong spot, just because you can't. I mean, if you got strong physical fighters, like, that boss is not gonna kill you. Let's put it that way. Like, you're not gonna. It's just I mean, you could spend an hour fighting it and still not beat it. You know, just because you can't do enough damage, and you saw all those berserk attacks missing, so. This thing do? Yeah, not having game being so low level, and not having any kind of in a sense low level with no equipment whatsoever, and not having any physical fighter or not having any physical fighters becoming a real problem so far. Bow I got's fine for the moment. For the nonce. That. Oh, there is a new season of What We Do in the Shadows. I'm gonna have to watch too, because I never did finish. I think I got up to date on it, but I haven't watched the newest season of it. I just keep seeing that one.
Well, I mean, it just started. The new season just started.
Oh, it didn't drop the whole season?
No, that's...
Okay,
that's
I'll have to watch it when it's done then. Got a follow on my channel from the Wilhelm. Thank you very much. Glad to have you. Dan, I potentially made a mistake before we started playing this, though. It was like I had already previously bought Elden Ring, and I started playing it, so...
Oh, no.
I'm maybe in trouble now. I'm like, I know what Dark Souls games do to me, and like I've been waiting on that one, and I'm like, I'm in danger. But it was Steam sale. I think had it for like $20, so I was like, I can't pass that up, you know. Like, and I've been wanting to play it forever anyway. But at least that I can stream, you know. So like I finished up all the Fable games. I did the last little bit of Fable 3 today that I had to do. And the only thing I have with that one is they just made it should be the best out of the three of them, and like in a lot of ways it's really impressive, and they did a lot of really good things in it, but they made so many questionable decisions that it just, in large portions of it, it's just not that fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why? Basically what they tried to do, instead of taking what worked in the second game and making a much prettier, more polished version of that, they decided to fix what wasn't broke.
Yeah. And
it's just, it made it a rough overall experience. So the things that did well, it did really well and were really cool looking. But like they made, Peter Molyneux made very basic gameplay. He took things that were very basic gameplay functions that worked, that had improved from the first game to the second one, and just ruined them. Damn it. Oh. Shit, he survived it. Okay.
Okay, let's see if this is a bad idea.
What? Are you serious? I hate that boss. I hate that boss more than almost... Desto can say it's a gimme boss all he wants. I hate it. I hate it. I hate everything about it. It takes it. I hates it. I loathe it. It takes a million years to do. It's a super long cutscene. Technically, it's always winnable, but it's such a pain in the ass. Yeah, I don't know that you could. G-Bay-Boy's saying, because he plays the 3DS, or he plays the FF4 3D, the 3DS version of it. I don't. The DS versions, yeah, I don't know that you could do a rando because they're so weird. They're so weirdly balanced, being basically a puzzle game.
Yeah, you'd have to rebalance the monsters in some way.
I mean, and keep in mind the community for this one, you know, did. Okay, she should be able to use this. Okay. The community on this one has done an insane to make this rando work and be what it is. They've done an insane amount of balancing and tweaking it and making it like one of the most robust randos out there. Okay. All right. Now there's some work to be done. All right. Oh, let's try this. This has got the potential to hit the most weaknesses. This could end up being a bad idea as well.
Finding that earlier would have been helpful.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't help me right now. Could help me in the future. Okay, I should be able to get through this. Oh, that might kill me. I gambled and should have cured first. Nope, I'm good. One problem you have with another big problem I have with bows is their damage is just wildly inconsistent. Because like I'm ranging from 300 damage to 30 damage on this fight. Shit. There we go. Got it. Oh, I clicked through the spells, didn't see what it was. Alright, what else now left to do? Bum, 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 bum. I never remember that giving you a full heal. I mean, it doesn't. I guess when you. So even in vanilla, when you do ordeals, when you do the Crystal Archon ordeals, does it give you a full heal? Does it always seem like it doesn't? Like, I've always got in my head that it doesn't give me a full heal, but I just beat that one and it gave me a full heal.
Yeah, at least I know going in and coming out of it, you get a full heal. Can't believe I'm saying this, but it's time to sell some stuff.
I don't really have any. I mean, I've got stuff I could sell, but I need characters, and I'm afraid to sell any of it at this point. I don't know which characters I'm going to get because they're gated behind bosses I can't beat at the moment. But I also can't think of any equipment that I desperately need to buy at the moment, though it would be... Well, there were sorcerers for sale somewhere. That would be a good... That would not be an That would be a decent thing to have. Since, thanks to Dan, the mop doesn't have one equipped to start with. At least that's the second claw for Yang. Oh, wait. Yeah, I want that one. Phone, shut up, phone. Chunksy, you're killing me over here snoring. I can't decide. So she's gotten to where, like, I don't like glitter jump anyway. I try to force her not to. I try to get her and put her off the bed, off the couch, myself, with it, off the chair, all that with any time, because she's just, she's old and I don't want her doing it. I can't decide if it's her. She's got where she won't hardly. Oh my fucking god! But she's got to where she's really won't do it anymore, and I can't decide. Like, I don't know if it's because it's hurting her to do it, or if after the stroke, like, she has almost no negative side effects from the stroke, but it's made her a little iffier on her balance at times, and I'm not sure which one of the two it's at, but it doesn't bother me. Whatever it does, if she's not, I don't want her doing it, so I'm happy she's not willing to jump down, but I do wish I knew if it was actually hurting her or not, though. Like, that'd be the only thing. I don't know what I could do about it, Oh, Jesus.
What's up, Fly Eagle Fly?
Hey, Fly Eagles Fly. Good to have you. Shit. Freaking really? I don't know what to do. I'm literally here flying in circles, Dan. I don't know what to do.
Oh, lost Bob's stream. I'll fix that.
Yeah. Did it drop? No, I'm up.
It was on LRT, so I just told it to refresh.
Gotcha. Okay. I have the screen partially blocking it, so. I'm gonna give this one more shot.
Ouch.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what the...
Yep, there are objectives. I'm in the middle of a battle right now, so I can't talk about them.
So the way it works is it's 5 objectives. This is what we call Crystal Percent's 5 objectives. So we have to hit 4. We're trying to hit 4 of the 5 objectives, and they're in this one they're a mix of different. They're a mix of different ones. So like we've got one of them. We have the mop, so that's one of them. That's one of our objectives already built into it. Then it's I think 2 boss hunts. I need to look at it when I get done with this fight. But it's 2 boss hunts and 2 are key item. One of them's loot. One of them is requires us to have the Luca key, and the other one is beat the Ashura spot in the Land of Summoned Monsters, which is not going to be a thing that's possible right now.
I think everybody was alive. That could have been bad. Oh, I forgot there was a thing I could do. I should go try that thing.
Yeah, Yang can't hit her.
Yeah, the objectives are to defeat Evil Wall, beat Bagan, complete the sealed cave, defeat Queen and summon monsters, and get Fusoya.
What a derpy way to win that fight. Oh my god. I cannot believe that word. Sorry, Dan.
It's okay.
We made a couple changes on the flags, too, for this one, other than what we normally run, so we're actually...
That's what I told to start with minimal equipment.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is affecting me worse than it is Dan. Dan seems to be taking it in stride. It's causing me no end to issues. I do that every time. That's like the only door that you don't walk up. Really? You don't have to take them. That's not what I want. Not what anybody wants.
Actually, I can't remember if I saved, so I should save.
That is what people want, though. All right, now that's a little better. Still don't have any equipment. No, I don't need those. All right. I did hold on to that, and that was smart. Alright, let's see if we can survive this fight. We got through the other one. I don't know if we can get through this one or not. Oh yeah, this will be fine. Ugh. Well, I think this actually might be... This might actually be worse than I thought it was, because battle speed might be a problem. Shit. There we go, that'll help. Dirked my way through 2 fights with that same one. That's hilarious. Oh, I cannot believe either of those worked. Oh my god. Give me a decent attack spell, please, God. Still nothing. Fuck.
I've been doing pretty good with level 3 magic.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I need Quake or Nuke. I need something. What I need's Quake. I need something that'll hit all targets and actually do decent damage. And the level 3 stuff won't kill a lot of enemies that are if you do it multi-party.
Oh shit! This must be what Bob was complaining about.
It depends.
I wonder if this will work.
All right. I don't want to turn battle speed down, but I don't see that I got a choice because that Just wrecked me a minute ago. So let's see if turning battle speed down makes any difference.
That does work.
Did you derp your way through it like I did?
It depends on your definition of derp.
No, it's derp. That is the derpiest. That's the derpiest way to derp.
99 MP to do
I
it.
did in the derpiest way possible. I did, and it worked. When you heard me say "Holy shit," it worked. That was it. That is the derpiest way possible to win that fight.
I'll take it.
He did 78. He did 7,800 damage to him. And then I managed to derp my way through the other fight, too. But
when life gives you meteors, use Meteo.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I couldn't do any other damage. Yang literally could not hit the enemy. Or he could not hit Barbarisha. Like, he missed every attack he did, no matter what I did.
There we go.
You know what? Try this. There. I'm using the weirdest combination of spells. But, like, I don't have the... I keep fighting things that aren't weak to elemental spells, and... So I'm just using the most powerful one that I have, and this is the weirdest combination I might have ever played, but hey, it's working. Come on, Mop. Come on, Mop. Yeah, got it. All right. Still don't have Quaker Nuke. Did at least get Virus. Okay, so that's where this boss shows up. Ow. I was hoping I would kill it, but no such luck. This spot doesn't have but like 2,000 HP. This is getting a little ridiculous. There, finally. Alright. Killing some bosses, making some progress.
Okay, I'll take that.
I got Quake and Nuke on my last boss. They're both the final one. Yeah, that's pretty funny, GBA. Yeah, that's. I remember the Hades thing there. Somebody. Oh, what was the meme? It was when life gives you demons, make demonade. That was pretty funny. All right. You get that because you don't have any equipment at all. All right, I'm just gonna come out and say it and be honest. I do not like this equipment flag. Like, I'm not enjoying this. Like, getting each character with no equipment. I don't have a single character with a full equipment set yet.
Yeah, I've been dealing with it.
I don't like it. It's better than when doing the one with like 0%. Like, with 0 chests, like that would have, yeah, that would have been bad.
That's not fun.
Yeah, I just realized something I didn't do that you probably did from the very start of the game. Because I'm not used to having a certain item. Oh, that would have been useful to me yesterday. The only thing in there that would have been useful. If they nerfed the D-Lunars at all, GBA boy, I don't know if Dan, if you were able to read that or not. If they nerfed them at all, and the form you get of the D-Lunars in Rando is the nerfed form of it, dear God in heaven. Because we have had the D-Lunars, like, literally be the gatekeeper for us on more than one. I want to see that I want to see that the only reason or want to race, the only reason I want it's because they blocked our underground access, you know, in Upper Babil, and I just got lucky and dirted my way through the fight and was the first one to dirt my way through the fight. I'm pulling a Bob. And everybody, and of course the guy I need to... But that one ended up being the one because we all had to get extremely creative. And I still remember Destel's version with using heals was like the weirdest, one of the weirdest ways I've ever seen that one beat. And it was good. I mean, it was he did it a really cool way. And I don't remember what I did. Other than that I recall, fuck me. I recall that I got very lucky on it. You know, I completely forgot I had that damn grimoire.
Oh, yeah, I used that in ordeals.
Yeah, I completely forgot I had it. That would have... I just arrowed him to death in ordeals. There you go, Rosa. Oh, you love seeing Nuke. Come on, Wonder Woman. Yeah. That one. Well, I wasn't sure if it was that one. We've actually had 2 or 3 of them, GBA boy, that were almost that bad with the D-Lunars. Like, we had one where they were. So I wasn't 100% sure which one you were talking about, because we also had one where the giant was required, and they were in the element spot in the giant.
Oh, that's a brutal place.
Oh my god, it was horrible. They've been in really bad spots on multiple occasions. They're kind of as you're no doubt aware, they're kind of like the infamous LRT bane of our existence. Of course, it's these 2 rooms that have the chests that take forever. Yeah, like I need another fire shield. Like I need a hole in the head.
Just can't escape that fire shield pod.
Mm-mm. And I'm also apparently never going to remember to turn the battle speed up, so. Though one could argue it's been the thing to do for this little area that I'm in. Considering the mop attacks last. Though if he's our black mage, if he's the only black mage we get, I'm going to have to try to find some Soma drops at some point.
I have not seen any Soma drops around.
I haven't run him. I hadn't run into him either. Oh yeah, I need to. That's not better. It's hit. That's it. That thing's hit percentage is so low. That's going to do less damage, even with the higher attack. God, none of these treasures are worth shit. Like I've got all kinds of weapons, but they're not good weapons, and they're not what I need.
One character has a good weapon, and
one character's got a passable weapon, but it's not his or her ideal. It's not one of his or her top tier weapons. If I could overworld map successfully, this would be a different seed. Yeah, I need to look at objectives. So yeah, still a boss. Okay, now we're on the boss and the 2. And so boss hunt is still in play. Oh yeah, this is not gonna work. Fucking really. the crap is going on? Okay, finally.
I said hey.
It finally stopped. The game got stuck on a sound effect.
It sometimes does that when you win a battle. It gets stuck on like the ending theme.
Here we go. It's a little better. Here. Well, I was... Fuck, I don't know. I guess I've just got a spare one. This is so weird.
Oh yeah, I think in FF4 3D, Lugae was the first boss that I ran into a wall on.
They did that on purpose though, didn't they? Didn't they make some of the easier bosses intentionally, like the really, really tough ones?
Yes. So like I figured out pretty quickly that he was a wall shifter, but then you have to get your wall shifter strategies out of the cobwebs.
Mm-hmm. And that game's all about like having augments and using like however those augments work, using the right augments for the right fight and trying to figure out a strategy, right? Where it's literally almost a puzzle game.
I mean, it definitely helps, but it fucks with your preconceived notions of Final Fantasy IV.
Which I can appreciate that about it. Oh my god, I cannot remember to turn the fucking battle speed up. There we go. I'm doing a little better now. All right. Okay, battle speed up. Screw me, Lord.
I don't know, so far the seed has been interestingly fun for me.
See, I can't really say I've enjoyed it, just to be completely honest
I'm
to you.
at the point now where I have, at least with the characters I've got decent enough equipment, so...
I don't. I've got weapons. I have no armor on almost anybody. And, like, I can't... And it's annoying as hell because it's making, like, simple fights really, really hard. And, like, even... Like, I can't do... I'm doing subpar damage with, with different... with people that should be doing better damage. You might have taken a completely different route than me. That's entirely, that's entirely possible.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure there's one thing I did earlier than you did.
Uh-huh.
Like at this point, I'm pretty sure I went to the underground before you did.
I went underground really early, but I couldn't do anything in the underground.
Okay.
Like I mean, there wouldn't. I couldn't. there weren't any fights I could win in the underground, so like there wasn't a lot of point in doing it. Like I tried to.
Maybe I didn't go underground that early then, because I did a lot of overworld before going into the underground.
Yeah, I did as much. I went in. I went in as soon as I got the adamant. I'll put it to you that way. To go get the staff.
Okay.
As soon, and I tried.
I think you got that before I did.
Yeah, I got that really early, and I threw a shot at bomb, but I couldn't even begin to fight bomb. So like I had to. That's when I was saying earlier that I was stuck. I don't know where to I don't know where to go. That was it, because I had two. The only real way I had to progress were two fights that I couldn't win either of them. So I had to figure out a way to do it, and I kind of got lucky on Barbarisha because I didn't think about. That Meteo thing was a last ditch effort on it, and thankfully it worked. Fucking really? The hell? You have. Yeah. For now, I'll end up taking that off you later. I think that's the play for the moment, though. See, I left some of the stuff on the overworld undone because I didn't have any good multi-target spell or area of effect, whatever you want to call it, and that was going to be an issue. So I didn't want to do that until I had. So I kept trying to do bosses to get Quake, and of course, I had to do Quake and Nuke were both in the final spell set, so that didn't work out. This one. What, it reverses how attack and heal magic work? Huh. Okay, well that makes sense. I have no shame for cheese strats. Like I bear no shame. Yeah, let's do that. I'm probably better off doing a single target, but no, I think I'll be fine. Yeah, see, now I'm starting to be able to do some damage again. But I've just now got, like, some kind of passable equipment for some of these characters. Like, up until this dungeon I'm in, I still had a character with no armor on at all. Interesting, okay.
I'd like to find a heroine for Rosa.
Yeah, and at this point, I'd put it on her just because I've got other people that can heal. So, and really, all she's been good for is doing, doing physical attack. There for a while, I was sitting there thinking I might have made a mistake trading out Yang for Edge, but now Edge is starting to actually do damage.
No,
so.
that's the correct move.
Yeah, and I've got all this shit to throw, so like I've got items that just don't help me at the moment.
I mean, my Cecil's been rocking an Evonger for a while.
Oh, I don't have an Evonger. I don't know where you got one. I'd have one. I've been having to go with a defense sword, which is like his 4th best sword.
It
doesn't do much damage. Its hit percentage isn't high enough.
I'm just saying, there's worse swords you can get.
There's an Ultima in FF in that one. Rosa and Cecil can do
it's
twin.
a dual cast.
Yeah, interesting. You probably, if you've got one and you didn't buy it, it means there's two dungeons I haven't done, and you probably did some combination of those 2 dungeons, because that's the only thing I have left.
A dungeon, amazingly.
Oh, then yeah, I don't know where that. Then it'd have been something I didn't check. And I'm not gonna metagame. That means it's probably a Chocobo Forest, and I haven't checked any Chocobo Forests. Yeah, why not? Let's do that.
Actually, while I'm here,
make them more survivable, long term. Yeah, because my only means of progression at the moment are there's 2 dungeons I haven't done, and I'm gonna pick the wrong one of the 2 dungeons.
He's my only means of progression.
Progression.
Oh, I do spoil him. I'm gonna sell this tiara because it's the smart thing to do.
No, I would still put it on Rosa.
No, she can have a wizard hat.
Oh. I don't have... I think I've got like a bandana on her.
And my Rosa still has a ninja on her currently, but...
Oh, no, she has a ninja. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, she has the ninja. I was hoping he wouldn't have to do this. Oh, yeah. I need to be selling. I forgot my inventory's almost full. Oh, come on. There.
Because, I mean, I'm ride or die with this party at this point.
I don't... Yeah, though. I mean, I've got one character check I could go do, but the only thing is I might take a black mage over Rosa. But I wouldn't take any other character.
I mean, I can't give up Wonder Woman Rosa. It's too good.
I mean, I'd rather give up... Obviously, I'd rather give up Porum and keep Rosa, but yeah, it's... That'd be the only thing. It'd have to be that character. That'd be the... But I mean, I don't really have any equipment for a black... I don't have any good equipment for a black mage, so...
There's charm rods for sale.
That's it, though.
Oh boy, Peter. Another sword. I think this is also a case where not checking shops in a scene like this can be painful, because knowing when to make certain equipment decisions in a shop could be a make or break.
I don't think so in this seed. Like, it hasn't really been an issue. There's not been anything I would buy in it. Like, that's the problem.
Protect rings.
That's the last thing I need. I need sorcerers. I need. I mean, yeah, but I don't have. They're not practical. I don't have enough stuff. I could buy them this time when I go do this run of selling, but it'd be the first time all seed I'd be able to afford it. Oh, I should have cast Flame. And see, this fight's just annoying. There's nothing else. There's no other way around it. Like, it's not a threat by any stretch of the imagination. It's just an annoying freaking fight.
Got tents. Use them.
I'm just about out.
I didn't write down where I bought the... It's like usually I just buy 10 tents, and usually with what I get in the kit, that's usually good enough.
Yeah, usually 10's enough. That's all I buy. There's cabins in Baron if you just want to go do cabins. I just haven't had the money to spend on them.
Bacon is also definitely... I mean, when I was a kid, bacon was hard.
Bacon was hard when I was a kid, too, but I would also power through the game and not level at all, so I'd be, you know, I'd have almost no means of killing them by the time I got to them, so it's like... If you take your time and actually, like, do a little bit of fighting, like get rid of some spells and, you know, early on and all that, you're in pretty good shape when you go to Bacon. But with the equipment you have and at the time with the equipment you have, Bacon's a fairly challenging fight, especially when you were younger. Jesus. At least this is the last one of these. One thing I didn't do, I never did check the Sand Ruby spot. I mean, well, we got the mop so early it didn't matter. Like, I always check it just when there's a character, when the character check's relevant, just in case that's that character. But they just threw the mop at us, so that was an immediate objective.
Something else that's handy? 3 blink casters.
That's true, too.
Actually, 4, I guess, with Edge. Oh, I don't think he's gotten Image yet.
It hasn't been an... Oh, I forgot to put that other Murasame on him.
Yep, just a lot of bosses are just puzzle bosses in that game.
I like that though. I mean, it's an interesting way to go about it, and it adds, you know, some variety to the original formula.
On second thought, maybe casting slow wasn't such a good idea.
Hey, I will take that. Don't say, I know she's got heal. Don't feed me that line of bullshit. They all rolled in this one area here. All right, come on, Edge. You don't need to let children attack before you. You're faster than that. Of course, those two Murasames might have something to do with that, because I think that's a speed penalty, right?
Yes. But if you put a ninja hat on him, it should negate it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that glass hat on him. I'm gonna leave that on there. I needed him as a the glass helmet helps him as a damage sponge, and that's kind of what I need him at the moment. Yeah, that one, the CPU is another one that in Rendo, it's a gimme. You're always going to win it, but I hate it. It's just an annoying, long, tedious fight. Now, if you got black mages and can cast Quake, it's not as bad. Well, I take that back because it just depends on what Globe 99 does. If you can kill it fast enough, it's not a problem, but
But yeah, when I was a kid, Bagan was a tough spot. I didn't know the gimmicks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot about the game I didn't know as a kid, and then once you find that out as an adult, you're like, oh, I remember this being super, super duper hard, and then really it's not a big deal at all. Okay, what do they have for sale? Since I actually got some gold now and can buy shit. Not anything I need.
Yeah, I never fought Protobabble.
Oh, is that one of the super bosses?
Yeah.
I actually don't remember where I saw sorcerers for sale, so I'm not going to go look for it.
They are in Troya.
Well, I'm right there by it. I thought I did remember, but then it just left my head.
Oh, damn it.
More money than I should have spent, but
I would only put it on Fusoya.
no, I need. Rosa has nothing, so like I'm putting one. I'm switching her out to where she's got a white on now, because she had no armor on at all. Oh my god. I barely had enough to afford 2 of them. Here, let's save and at least see who this. Let's save and at least see who this character is, and I'll reset it if it's not anybody I want. Yep. There we go. Information is power.
This is taking a lot longer than I wanted.
Mm-hmm. Always does. I don't remember if that was empty or not. Yep, that was empty. Okay. Didn't waste but a couple seconds. Yep. This one was. Literally, the whole thing of this so far is just parry until I get to the mop and let him clean everything up with Quake.
Okay.
Okay.
Take it. Good thing I didn't buy one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did that check a minute ago because I found a Stardust rod, so that means I've got an extra charm rod now. So if the character check had been somebody I wanted, and it wasn't, spoilers, but had it been somebody I wanted, then, you know, I would have had to, I would have had the Black Mage that I could do, stuff to give a Black Mage. But now, I don't know, I'm enough levels, I don't know that I'd take anybody. Oh, there's that tiara. Alright, well, there's... So we'll go do this real quick, because it's not going to hurt anything, and then my progression is down to 1 spot. I mean, that may open 30 other spots, but for the moment, it's a single spot.
You know what? There could be worse places to roll this.
Huh. You know, I'm realizing a place I think I forgot to check when I was here. So we're gonna go back to this place and we're gonna check some stuff. Yep, that's where that Evonger was. Just, That would have been nice if I'd remembered. If I'd remembered to go do that, wouldn't it? You know, I always forget to check that though.
Yes, I do.
Every time. My figuring was that you'd done Chocobo Forests, as you always like to check Chocobo Forests. And I would not have thought to go up there if I hadn't just gone right by that place. Where the hell am I going? Here. Oh, I lied to you, Dan. There's 2 places I have that I can check for progression. I just now realized. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, I didn't screw that one up this time. Yay me.
Alright, let's see if this is what I need.
I feel derpy for doing this, but if I don't, I'm probably going to regret it. This is a quick in and out 2 checks, and then if I narrow this down, then I narrow down all of it. So-called reading the seed never really seems to work with this rando, but... yeah, none of those are worth it. Yeah, I had the white shirt on Cecil for a good half of this seed.
I mean, that's a good place to put the white shirt.
Yeah.
But I did find some Dragoon armor.
I did. Yeah, I ended up finding Dragoon armor.
Before that, I think I just had like a karate on him. Like the karate that was on Yang, I just gave to him.
Yang didn't have a karate on for me. He had all he came in was 1 claw.
No, I mean, I found a karate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never found one. Somebody had I think Rosa had a black belt on.
Yeah, Rosa finally just lost her black belt.
Yeah, I end up putting the white on her.
I found a heroine.
Well, that was a waste. Hey, you've clearly done some checks I hadn't done then. One of those was a bust.
Aside from the 10 samurai arrows, which I've been saving, I've just been chewing through charm arrows, which I was kind of hoping I would find something better by now for sale, but that has not been the case.
I've got mute on her.
Charm have 5 more attack power.
Yeah, but they don't seem to hit any weaknesses. So and I mean, I haven't run out of them yet. I just found 10 more, so she's still sitting there with 16. Lately, she's not really attacking much. At the moment, she's functioning as a utility player. Nah, I don't think I can do it.
Not gonna do it.
I don't think it wouldn't be prudent at this juncture, as much as I want to. Earlier, yeah. Oh, and I love that palette too. It's one of my favorite palettes. There you go, Cecil.
Although I probably should go buy some more meat arrows anyway.
I'm eventually gonna put a life staff on her, so. I'll probably not. I don't think I'm gonna buy any more arrows. I think I'll just wait till I run out of what I got between them and the charm, and then there's still those 10 samurai. She's got a samurai bow. And now I'll find a sorcerer. Don't that figure? Well, Dan, you got lucky there. That was that play was a big waste of time, so I lost.
Oh, I'm still looking for shit.
My progression's down to 1 place, and I guarantee you've already done it. That gamble didn't pay off. I keep, when I'm going to cast Exit, going off of Rosa because I'm so used to not having the Earth Crystal and doing Zot that I'm just like, Rosa doesn't have it, so I gotta cast it one of the other 4 Exit casters I have. Alright, well, yeah, that didn't pay off. Alright, well, here we go. This is better or worse. I don't know where I go after this, but progression's tied to this one spot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I've got 8 key items, so I'm getting there. Getting key items in this seed's been like pulling teeth. I know, man. That is my favorite palette for that character. The other one the other one's real similar. It just doesn't make sense. Like, if it was a different character, maybe, but yeah. Oh, funny. I need to probably go buy some cabins if I were a smart man. Just to have some in reserve. If I were a smart man, I wouldn't let Dan talk me into playing this flag set.
Thanks to Bob's advice, I just bought some cabins.
Yep. It's probably the smart play. Next time I go to that, I'll go back up to Baron, I will buy some. Well, so far one didn't pan out. Let's see what this is. So we're having a big old nope so far. Okay, I'm hoping that's not progression. Okay, I don't need either of them. Yeah, I can't think of any. Oh my god. Interesting, alright. I'll turn battle speed down for that. Probably don't need to be completely honest.
Yeah, this blink has saved my ass.
I haven't used it. I have not cast blink one time, oddly enough. Not saying I shouldn't have. It's just normally I'm the king of blink strats, but weird. Really, Cecil? How do you crit and only do 800 damage?
Should have an Avanger on him by now.
It's not practical for this fight.
I suppose even with a crit, if you're still stuck with like a defense sword.
Yeah, it's this one wouldn't. This one's probably not one I want to do. I want to have the Avanger on for. So I don't know. I guess we could put it on. I've got 2 of them now. I mean, the Mop's basically just... He's the one winning all the fights.
It is a good thing that he came in early.
Mm-hmm. Any good. I'm not dumb enough to do that, to not go save. And I need to take that Avanger back off. Yeah, I keep hoping for like an Excalibur or a Crystal or something, but just, I mean, they're so much better than the defense. Or that's the real issue. Is it's not that the defense sword necessarily is bad, it's just for Cecil, those 2 weapons are monumentally better. Like, technically speaking, I know that its stats are better for Kane. I still prefer putting the White Spear or the Dragoon on him just for the racial weaknesses. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the battle speed down. Alright. Now this is a fight where I'm gonna need to use blink strats. Oh yeah, no, blink. Yeah, yeah, blink is the only thing that gets you through. Particularly in Rando, blink is pretty much it to get you through a lot of fights. Like, it's invaluable. It's one of the best white magic spells. Like, there's so much stuff you can beat just with, you know, particularly with three people able to cast it.
Wait, I went the wrong way.
Well, 4. We got 4 blink casters, don't we?
Yeah, once Edge gets...
yeah. Which I didn't... I don't know if he's got it or not, so I was... Ah, shit. Good. Didn't hurt me.
I think I missed something.
I mean, I'm down to finish this fight. Oh, come on. I finished this fight. I got one other thing to go check, and then whatever I get as the result of this fight, and then that's... Yeah, I mean, sometimes the behemoths are what you got to do to level. You just blink them and just and derp them a little bit at a time until they're gone, and that's how you make progression with it. That's the very viable strategy. Like, there's a lot of fights if you've got blink casters you can win that you don't think you have a chance in hell of winning. Damn it, he's still alive. Ah, shit. It was dumb of me. I think I've got all the bosses I've fought marked. I don't think I've got any that I missed. I'm really bad about meaning to do it and then not doing it immediately. The problem is, this is the problem with the battle speed, is turning the battle speed down makes this fight drag on forever, but this is a fight that even at the levels I'm at could just destroy me without the chance to get it up, to get everything blink completely cast up. The one more Mott nuke and we should be in good shape. Which will have to be because I'm out of MP at this point. There we go.
Let's say Edge is an MP battery. You cast Psych on him. I did that in a fight.
Oh, I never thought to do that. That's interesting. Yeah. Well, that didn't do me any good. You would probably... I'm not going to use that, but you would probably really like to have that item. Assuming you don't. Alright, 2 checks, Dan. And one of them's progression. It's no way around it. I have 2 options and only 2 options. Unless I have missed something. Well, there's a couple boss checks I could potentially do, but I mean, I'd still have to have the Dorkness Crystal.
Also, Cecil's an MP battery too.
That's, yeah, if you think about it, yeah. You're not going to use this MP really for anything. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this one first. I'm already here. I meant to do the other thing. I'm probably going to forget. Well,
Christ.
if this doesn't end up being progression, then I'll end up forgetting to do the other thing.
I gotta see if I missed something.
I don't know. The way this seed feels, that's entirely a possibility.
Well, actually, I can do something now, so that's not true. There's stuff I can do.
Ah, lost my headphones temporarily. Oh, I forgot to turn. Damn it, I don't. Oh, I don't want to reset. Shit. You know what? It's gonna be faster if I do. I at least didn't pull a Dan. I saved outside the dungeon.
That is the intelligent thing to do, is saving outside the dungeon.
Yeah, as bad as it sounds, like it will literally be faster for me to go back through that, to warp out of it, or to reset, turn the battle speed up, and then go back through the dungeon than it would be to continue with that fight with the battle speed all the way down. Of course, it's also entirely possible that the what's the other boss we need? CPU?
Evil Wall.
Evil Wall. It's entirely possible that Evil Wall's vanilla and locked behind the Luca key. So both objectives in one. That wouldn't be the first time that happened. Oh, me too. Yeah, I'm that way too. I will. That's why I love Resident Evil, but I hate it not wanting you. I hate that it rewards you for not saving, because like I want to save every 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's one of the worst game mechanics.
I know. I hate it. It kills me. I'm like, why? Why? I'll save 250 times in an RPG, you know. It's like, I hear it now. Oh, God. Okay, good. There is much worse spots to run into that boss at. There we go. See if I wasted my time on this one too. I mean, yeah, that had to be, literally had to be progression. There's no other option. Now let's go do this other thing before I forget about it.
Ha.
Oh, Dan just saw the Zeramis sprite, folks. That's
Nope.
what I'm...
Nope. I wish it was.
But alas, 'twas not.
'Twas not. 'Twas not to be.
That's something I have a hard time not reacting at, especially when it's really funny. Alright. Let's go see what this is. Okay. It's such a long damn check, though. Yeah, here, I want to buy some cabins anyway.
Yeah, the first Octopath Traveler, that was a pain in the ass. Fortunately, they changed that in the sequel, and it is much better for it. Basically, everything you could do in the sequel for Octopath Traveler was done better.
Man, I still want to play the game, but that sounds rough. Is that
So the first Octopath Traveler, technically the final boss is quote optional.
Okay, that's.
But it's dumb in that it's not really optional.
I mean, you fight the boss to get the ending, so like if you don't.
Well, the way that they set up the game to do the like it's the 8 stories,
Right.
and then you find this other character, and it is true, you do have to go through an 8 boss gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of that gauntlet is very much FF3 Crystal Tower. You have to make your way through that boss rush, and then, I mean, the first time you fight, I forget the name of the boss, begins with a G. Like, you are guaranteed to wipe because it is more difficult than any other boss in the game. There's so much going on with it that it's like I technically never beat that final boss in that game because it was just such bullshit.
So like you can figure out a way to beat it, but you're
Yes.
guaranteed to die the first time. So you do the 8 boss gauntlet, and then you have to keep doing that over and over again.
Do that again, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
In the sequel, they changed that. I mean, the final boss gimmick in the sequel is much better, and they narratively, the final boss makes much more sense in the sequel.
I mean,
Scaldera, that's right. Now, in the sequel, they make the optional super boss truly optional. Like, it does not affect the plot in any way to beat the hidden final super boss. It is much like Proto Babel in DS. Whereas, they say that final boss is optional, whereas it's not really, but the problem is, like, the plot of Octopath Traveler 1 is so loosely connected, whereas in Octopath Traveler 2, I think they managed to straddle the line of 8 separate stories that come together to form one larger narrative.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really do that in the first game. I think that's one of the criticisms of it.
Yeah, I've heard
the second game is much better about.
Yeah, I've heard some complaint is that you're mainly what it seemed to be people saying to me were that there's not as much variety in it. Like, it's basically just playing the game 8 times. Like, it's not threaded. I mean, it is 8 stories, right? They are different.
Yes. Whereas in the sequel does so many things so much better. And it's not to say don't play the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like if your first Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy 4, or for like me it was Final Fantasy 2. Because I didn't play Final Fantasy 1 for regular Nintendo until much later.
Whereas I had it when it was new, yeah.
Yeah, like for me, Dragon Warrior was my first.
Dragon Warrior was my first. True RPG, Dragon Warrior was definitely my first, and then it was Final Fantasy. Zelda, I mean, depending on what you want to call. If you want to call Zelda 1 you could call Zelda 1 that. But I got
Zelda 1 is action adventure.
Yeah, I got my Dragon Warrior from Nintendo Power. Remember when they gave it away for free?
That had to be how we got ours, but I don't remember. Like, I swear we got it for Christmas one year. So I wonder if my mom put that in.
If you were an original subscriber to it, they did that free giveaway because they were afraid it was going to sell.
I remember my first Nintendo Power, and it was the one with Star Tropics on the cover.
See, I don't know how I talked my mom into doing it.
True.
Yeah, I don't know how I don't know how we talked her into it, but they bought it from us from the beginning. My cousin was a subscriber too, so maybe that was part of it. So yeah, we were there from the beginning. Yep. Point of fact, you can't see it because it's dark, but the first issue sitting right there.
Yeah, it was either I think the first issue I had was the Maniac Mansion one, but I don't think I had a subscription until Star Tropics, which admittedly was still, I want to say that was 1992,
91, 92-ish.
Yeah, that had to. I forget when Star Tropics came out, but I remember getting that from. I think that was that was a birthday present. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, that sounds about right.
No, that had to be early. That had to be 1990 because Super Nintendo was coming out in like 1992.
Yeah, but I mean, they were still in the full of making. They were at the time though. They were still in the full of making those games, for both systems. So.
And I can't remember my timelines.
Yeah,
if I
I'm
Google
terrible
and I looked
at
at
it.
Wikipedia, I could see the exact dates and say, okay, I know when that happened.
So I got my Super Nintendo in '93. And, that was Christmas '93, so almost '94. So, that had been well into its life cycle at that point. But I had 2 cousins that both had one, and I played, we played it over there. First game I ever played on Super Nintendo was, Super Mario World. Yeah.
Because it came with it.
Mm-hmm. And then F-Zero was the second one.
I'm pretty sure the first game that I asked for Super Nintendo was SimCity.
And
although I did play Zelda because our friends had Zelda, so we borrowed Zelda. That's how I got to play Link to the Past for the first time.
The first game, so oddly enough, the first Super Nintendo game I ever actually owned was Jurassic Park because we were huge Jurassic Park fans, and my mom or my aunt bought it. We went to spend Christmas with my aunt in Pennsylvania. And so one of my aunts living here, we did Christmas with them before, and they bought me Jurassic Park and then made my cousin let me play it, that night. So I had it before I knew I was getting a Super Nintendo, but I had it before I actually got the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, GBA Boy, I mean, yes, that is true. It's just they didn't do a very good job of like weaving that in between all the stories. Unless like you picked Alphen as your first character. Then it makes more sense. I mean, if you go through and replay the game, you'll see it. It's more, you'll recognize it more. But in the sense of brain not functioning, in the sense of the narrative structure, they lean into that stuff a lot more with Octopath 2, like right up front, like the way that they work in the darkness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play the first one. I'm looking forward to playing it. Probably after I'm done with Elden Ring, I'll probably do it.
Also, I think the characters in Octopath 2, overall, they're real upgrades.
I mean, what I saw of you playing it looked awesome. So, damn hit. That was a waste. All right. Yeah, I know what I need to do now. This is just going to be a long seed, I guess. All right. Let me think. Making sure that there's nothing I missed. There's nothing that isn't a big gamble. Or potentially nothing. We have a boss check and a key item check left. Oh, cutscenes. Yeah, I'm glad I went through those 3 Fable games because I'd always regretted that I never finished 2 and 3, and so I'm happy that I did it and I did everything that I wanted to do on them. Mm-hmm. But now I need to get back to playing Steam stuff because I can stream Steam stuff, and I needed those out of the way. I need to make up my mind if I'm going to register for the freaking Zelda 2 tournament this year, summer tournament this year, as I hadn't done it yet, but I had been playing Zelda 2, so. I like the standard flags better than I do Max Rando, and this is the standard flag one, so, but it's just takes up I really enjoy it when I do it, but man, it takes up a lot of time. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say it, but like if I really wanted to truly be completely competitive on it, I'd have to mod an NES and use an EverDrive and stream it with a capture card, because that game, there's things that I can't do on the emulator because of the input lag. Like there's combat stuff that's not possible to do on the emulator. And I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. But it's like to really do it, that's what you'd have to do, and that's a big investment and a lot of headache. I don't want to mess with.
Try to be easier on the spoilers, GDA boy.
Oh yeah, watch saying anything about spoil. I'm not looking at the chat now that he said that, but just be a little careful on it.
Time.
I will probably call it then, because I'm nowhere near. I've not even got enough levels.
You're gonna be really mad because do you have the Pikage?
Oh, is it the Pikage? Is that the boss? I just almost did it.
It is the Pikage.
Really? Yep. See, literally, I was look right here. I was doing this like when I went to do Mist. I was going back and forth, but that check is so long.
I know, but when you're hunting for a boss.
Yeah, but I thought surely to God, I had so many key item checks and so many bosses. So you never found the Luca key?
I have no fucking clue what the Luca key is.
It's on the moon. It literally, it's on the moon. There's the only other place it could be. I've done every other check.
I did no checks in the subterranean, so It could be in there.
It's got to be on the moon. I guess I could beat it for the sake, but you'll have to remind me where sirens are, because I'm nowhere near enough level to beat Sirens.
In Fabul.
Did you ever find? Did you ever find Soma Drops?
Nope.
Did you check
It was fine. Honestly, he didn't even cast any fucking nukes. It was slows and cure 4s, because that, even with a ninja on Porum, that was a very fast Ceromus. But after slowing him down, it was more manageable.
I don't think I can do it without a nuke caster. I don't have a viable strategy. Not with only a defense
you can
sword.
cast nuke. It's just the way my turn order went.
Yeah. With only
I had Kane, and I had 2 Afongers, and I bought a Crystal Sword. And I mean, Cecil and Kane were going ham.
Well, the way I'm gonna have to do it is it's basically gonna have to be Cecil and an Edge throwing stuff, and then
Edge throwing stuff is pretty good.
Yeah, but he doesn't even have any of the good throwing items. Like the best thing I've got to throw is a white spear, and the defense swords do okay. That's probably 6,000 damage.
Let's see where this fucking Luca key is, because if I did not.
That sucks. Like, I just almost did that, too. Like...
I think more of the characters in Octopath Traveler 2 hit for me. Like, I mean, Cassidy is my absolute favorite character in that game. No mercy, only pain. It's like, every time. Never got tired of it. Loved Throne, loved Agnia. I mean, the music in Octopath Traveler 1 was great, but the music is better in 2. It's like everything, it's just a sequel. It's like got better music and better graphics and better story and more, and I just loved every minute of it.
I think a lot of the first game was more concept. They had an idea for something that's a little unique.
Yep.
I think what they did was a successful version of what a lot of the later Saga games were trying to do, like Romancing Saga and stuff like that. I think what they did...
You're on point with that.
I think that, because I've got that, like Romance Saga or whatever, and like the idea of that game is awesome, but it's just not a good game. It's not fun to play. And that's what they were trying to do in that, have this interweaving story. And it seems to me like they had a lot of good aesthetic with it. And it sounds like with 2, and from what I've seen, they just took everything they did well in the first one and improved on it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yep, there's Evil Wall. That sucks, man. I still don't think if I'd have done it when I was thinking about it, I don't think that I would have beaten you, but it would have been really close. Because Fabul's where I thought... where I thought that it would have been really, really close had I gone and done that then. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh my god, the Luca key is in the giant.
Oh god. Oh, I didn't even think about the giant. Is it in the chest?
It's in the D Machine chest, yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, that chest is before the bosses.
I know, I might have done that if I'd have thought about it. I always forget about the giant. Like, I don't not...
Talk about checks that take time.
Yeah, I know. That's the other reason. But, I mean, it's cost us a couple times not doing that one, because it's been in the progression's been in that chest.
Hello, Zodin.
How are you, Zodin? Let's see if we can figure out where this airshipy is. I know, baby girl. We're about to get up.
Honestly, that Eddie, he comes with an improvement. He comes with a dancing dagger. He could have...
It's not a bad one. What levels am I on?
Thank you for following, Zodin.
Thank you very much. I'm pretty close.
What are your levels at?
Mid-40s.
Oh, yeah.
Probably about 10, yeah.
Get you up to speed.
I'm not having to get anybody to level 55. I just need some HP to survive some big bangs.
Yeah, put the ninja hat on Porum and put her in the center of the party, and that'll get her that. That should be enough to make sure you don't get turbos or Omis. I mean, well, not the turn order worked in such a way that just getting two slows on him was enough, and then it wasn't a problem after that. And then,
well, the problem with the two, when you cast the second slow, it triggers a black hole, then you got to do it again.
I didn't get a single black hole.
You got really lucky because it's an automatic trigger when you do a second slow to do that. Like, you got insanely lucky then. Like,
two Vongers helps, I think.
Yeah. I got Kane so late in the cycle it wasn't worth taking him, and I don't have any equipment for him other than the Edge.
I just used sirens on him and he leveled up super quick.
Nah, it's not worth it. I don't have any armor to put on him or anything.
And as much as I liked Hanit in the original game, like, I think Hanit was pretty close to my favorite character. And I mean, I started with what's her face, Cleric, Ophelia. I started with Ophelia because, like, oh yeah, she seems like the type of character I'd like to play, and then it turns out I really like how they flipped the script with, you know, Ophelia is very much the stereotypical cleric in Octopath 1. And then in Octopath 2, you get Temenos. And the bit that they do with him is they basically make him Holmes, and his buddy is Watson.
Mm-hmm.
So you get this really great Holmes-Watson dynamic with them throughout the game. And I enjoyed that as a change, because that's not usually the kind of character you expect for a cleric, for, you know, a man of the church, so to speak. And that what I thought was a really nice change. But I loved Hanit, but Ochette she just rules so hard. Like, she just you liked that character when I was watching you play. You kept talking about Ochette. I remember that name. Yes, Ochette was what I'm saying is I liked Hanit as the character. Okay, I liked her character. I liked the way she was written, you know, her manner of speaking, her story, and so on. But there were flaws with her hunter mechanic that they fixed in Octopath Traveler 2 with Ochette. And Ochette is just she's a food goblin. She's a person goblin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's just you know, and her story arc is very good. And just I honestly, I want to play the game again. I probably should. You know, I probably should go and replay it just because I enjoyed it that much. I wish they would put a hard mode into the game. I know people say, well, just use worse equipment. But
that's stupid, yeah.
But I would appreciate a new game plus or something that had a higher difficulty, or at least like tweaked your level scaling or something. But the nice thing about Octopath Traveler 2 is that all the I mean, for me, Hikari was actually the last path, and for some reason the way that it wrapped up just felt very appropriate with just the arc of the game. I don't know, but just all the characters in 2 have something to like. Whereas, and I also appreciated that they did away with the purple chests. That was also smart of them to just not deal with that mechanic. I mean, I get what they were going for to make the thief more useful, but it turned out to say, okay, you either had to go through the dungeon again with the thief in your party, or always have the thief in your party. And I'm glad they did away with that. I loved the final chapter in Hikari's Tale. I mean, I think the way that they structured the boss fights, I thought was very good. One problem that they had with the boss fights, the final chapter boss fights, is that when they did the second phases, they didn't full heal or do an HP restore. So depending on how you trigger the second phase, you can wail on the first phase and kill all their HP. Then they trigger their second phase, and boom, one hit, they die. And you don't even get to hear the cool remix of the song with the character theme in it. Which is, of those, I mean, it's great that Agnia gets her own unique final boss theme, which is, I won't spoil it, but it's very thematically appropriate for what they're doing with the game. But of the ones that they did, I just really love Temenos, because they bring in that the harpsichord, and you get this balinga, badinga, badinga ding ding. But it's very jaunty, and jaunty is not a word I would use to describe a final boss theme. But it worked, and I like the. I mean, I'm playing the soundtrack right now, but I mean, they also like they changed. Let's see, we got For the Blank. Let's see, you got the Journey for Memories. Like that was another thing where they just blend the songs in all together. And when like Cassidy, when her final boss theme comes in, it takes this very gentle song and makes this into this sort of melancholy boss theme, and I really dig it. Oh yeah, fighting Throne's final boss. Oh, that woof. I think the hardest one was Ochet's. That one was absolutely freaking brutal. See, I love that boss gauntlet in Hikari's. That one was great. I did wipe on it once, but it's okay. It's not a terrible one. And usually they have gimmicks. So if you learn the gimmick, you can get through them.
The purple chest thing you're talking about, do those exist as something only the thief can open?
In Octopath Traveler 1, in the dungeons, there are purple chests that can only be unlocked by the thief.
Okay. So it's just a way to try to give the thief stuff to do?
Exactly. More stuff for the thief. They just drop that mechanic entirely. I think the only real criticism you can levy against Octopath 2 is that the dungeons are nothing special. They're very linear. I think the final chapter dungeons they give you more to do, but overall, like, this is not a dungeon exploration game. I mean, the final dungeon isn't bad, but
if I had gotten I would have took Palom if I had gotten the Darkness Crystal before the 2-hour mark.
You got to get your new router, Bob. You're hitching like crazy here.
It shouldn't be. Yeah, I haven't found one.
Yes, that's true. There were purple dungeons and purple chests in the overworld.
Yeah, I haven't found that model yet. I've looked for it to try to see if I get it any cheaper than what it was going for there.
I mean, Amazon had it for like 300.
No, the one you had was 500. The one oh, I didn't look on Amazon. The link you had is 500. I'll look on Amazon. Probably not going to be any cheaper, and I can order it off Amazon. You don't want to buy it on the
I think I linked you directly to Netgear's
You
website.
did, yeah.
No, you don't want to buy it from there. Amazon had it for cheaper. Like I said, look at Costco or Sam's Club. They would probably have it for cheaper too. But when I looked on Amazon, they had it for like $350 something.
$350. I'm probably not going to get it any cheaper than $350, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'll look on Amazon. I do need to go ahead and get it. It's enough of a quality of life improvement. It'll be worth the money. It's about the last big one that I had, big QOL thing that I've had budgeted in that I've been putting off doing forever. Other than that, I really need to start paying somebody to come clean the house at least once a month, because I just don't freaking have time to do it properly.
Well, they had there were the bonus classes in Octopath Traveler 2. They had, there was the Arms Master. They're back, and what was the Arcanist? And I think there was one other one.
All right, we're almost there. We'll see how. We'll take a roll at this, see how bad it is. All right. Alright, alright, alright. Who we got here? Let's see what the turn order is going to be. Okay, that'll work. Have him do Crystal. He's going to run an MP really quickly, so it's going to depend on the healing's going to be dependent on the other two.
I'll have to post this meme in chat.
Defense. Wander. This is Warrior of Lightness? Is that what? Yeah, this is from the vanilla FF1 one. We're slow. Damn. All right. Okay.
I don't know what that Zeromus is.
It's Warrior of Light from original FF1.
Oh, now I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Got 3 defense swords. That'll hurt him.
Oh, I can't survive this. I was going to give it a shot to try to get one of them back alive, but yeah, I'm going to have to do something different. He's just going too fast. And of course she doesn't have life too. That I probably should have gone up for. I thought she had it.
That would be funny. I have not played. I think the last time I played FF4 3D was on Steam, and that was had to be like 8 or 9 years ago. It's been a long time since I played it.
Okay. Probably not who I wanted to, but if it nerfs the Big Bang, we'll be okay. Alright, 4. Ah, damn, I didn't expect him to do that quick. Damn it. I don't want to cast slow on him again. Damn it. I didn't expect him to do that again. Okay, that was survivable. And he'll kill one of these guys. Just shouldn't be able to kill Cecil with it. Okay, that's fine. I can revive her. See, third. Okay, now he did Black Hole. This is the weakest Cecil I've had in a long time, only doing that kind of damage. All right, let's just hold. While he's doing this, we're just gonna let Cecil do his work. Come on.
We got streams scheduled.
Oh, we're on media. Okay, we got it.
All right. We got streams scheduled for Wednesday and Thursday, GBA boy.
Oh, we do this week. That's right.
We've got that Castlevania 2 remake.
Is that... What is that on, by the way?
Windows. It's just... You just download it.
But it's not Steam. It's like... Is it a web...
Steam. It's an independent release.
Okay, so you can download it from that place's website?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll need to do that. I'll try to do that tomorrow. That way I'm not worried about it. Oh, that was time, by the way, yeah.
Good job. I'm not expecting people to do like a blind play of it. Like if they want to practice or whatever, that's fine. I mean, we all know Castlevania 2 well enough.
Oh yeah, I want to play it blind. I want to see it. Well, I'm not really playing it blind because it's Castlevania 2, but you know what I mean.
We all know how Castlevania 2 works.
Yeah, that one got hairy. I can't believe I survived that.
You gotta go for. I think you're in these situations. You gotta go for a cure 4 more than a life 2 sometimes.
Well, that wouldn't really what did me. Yeah, I mean you're right, but that one really wasn't it. That was unfortunate on the life. You
you had an unfortunate.
But I leveled up enough that they could survive. They could all survive an unnerved Big Bang. So that's why I do that. You know, like just in case that happens. All right, well that's got us, Dan.
That's got us. Yeah, it's a good run, good game. Yeah, as we said, we'll be back on Wednesday for that Castlevania 2 remake. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yep, that should be fun. And we're doing, I guess, Mario on Thursday.
I put Zelda.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because Raz is back, presumably. Yeah, Zelda be good. That'll be fun to run Zelda.
Yeah, so I put Zelda on the schedule.
All right, works for me.
All right, and if people have ideas for stuff to run in like subsequent weeks or whatever, I can get the schedule going again. I've just been putting events up. But until then, come back on Wednesday. Until then, have a good week, everybody. Happy Monday.
Y'all have a good one.
Click the button.